Whoa, get that mess out of there. Okay.
Alright, it's Adam and Ditto time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Ta-da!
we want to take the ultimate test and find the courage to be bold.
Or the boldness to be courageous. And we are going to be giving you another list, because apparently you guys like that, and we're having a hard time getting anything else out.
We are working on a, what's it called again?
Let's try that again.
Yes, it is.
But now they're
But,
called, what's it called again?
It's just not working out, guys. We've had all kinds of technical difficulties, and it's just a bad scene, so.
We're just putting this up pretty much to keep you happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holding you over, and you guys like lists, so you know what? We're okay with that. And today we're giving you a different kind of list, because it's me, Rick, and Kyle here, but instead of each of us giving an individual top 10, we have come to a consensus and made just one top 10. What are we doing today, guys?
Well, it's a consensus of sorts on the top 10 Pokemon that we believe should evolve. Because we have seen that now Luvdisc looks like it's evolved, and I'm 100% sure, but Rick's almost like 90% sure, that Ariados is going to be that new Tarantula Pokemon we've seen.
Right.
But we're asking, who else needs to evolve? We're not
Yeah.
asking, we're telling you.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Pokemon out there that need to evolve.
4th Gen showed us anything, it's that the game got really competitive, and they made a lot of good evolutions for Pokemon that weren't very good. So, that's where we come.
Remember my Tangrowth?
We're giving you the top 10.
Number 10.
We picked Pachirisu. Pachirisu was already a really, really fast Pokemon, but it kind of got blown past the developers when they were making it the Pikachu of Gen 4, and I feel like Pachirisu, they just kind of forgot about him.
I agree. I feel like they were like, okay, we
Just
got
sort of like, what do we need to make for the Pikachu? Some
Yeah.
rodent. Squirrel. Okay, done.
okay,
Next
we got
Pokemon.
that.
But, oops, they didn't make it evolve, and I feel like they wanted to, but they got caught up in something else. I don't know, maybe they were making Licky or something, and they just...
I don't know, maybe they're scared of making any of the other Pikachu Pokemon better than Pikachu.
Well, they don't. I mean, Pachirisu's terrible. If it evolved, it wouldn't get that much better, you know. So I think it needs to happen.
And in fairness, Raichu isn't actually that great either. Josh just really knows how to use him.
Number 9. We picked for number 9. We picked Shuckle. Not that Shuckle is bad right now. I think he's perfectly fine as is. But you know, Dusclops was perfectly fine as is, and he got even better when he evolved into Dusknoir. And I think they could do the same for Shuckle. They don't need to make its defenses any better, but I think if they just gave it a little more HP, maybe a little more attack, then it could be much more of a force than it already is.
I think,
Which is saying something, because mine is taking down your Electivire.
Yes. Yes, we know.
thanks for rubbing that in, I think Shuckle an evolution could bring in a better move pool, because right now, Shuckle, I mean, obviously you don't make a Shuckle to fight people, like, to actually attack.
Well, there's Power Trick.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of gimmicky.
But it doesn't really learn much. I mean, what does Shuckle learn?
It can learn Stone Edge.
Well, what else can it learn?
Bug Bite.
Yeah, but see,
Toxic.
it can't do anything with Stone Edge because its attack is so atrocious. So I think if they just gave it a little bit more, it could be kind of dangerous.
A Shuckle evolution, I definitely would want one. I don't see why you wouldn't. But, anyway, carrying on.
Number 8.
All right, our number 8 consensus pick was Quillfish. Quillfish is just a lot of fun. It's fun typing. It's fun spelling. I think we really just wanted more from it because it's just really not great as it is.
I kind of hate Quillfish. I'm not gonna lie, but like because of that, I think it needs to evolve. You know.
Well,
When I was playing Gold and Silver, what I saw was like an inferior Tentacruel, you know. And I think it could be
Water poison.
I think it could be more than that.
except it can learn Explosion or Self-Destruct or something. I liked Quillfish when I was a kid. Like, I really liked Quillfish. But, like, now, Quillfish, he sucks. I don't have anything against him. Like, as a Pokemon, I think he's perfectly fine. But
It's just because more Pokemon have come in as competition and have just sort of like shoved it down the totem pole.
yeah, in the competitive gameplay aspect of Pokemon, ever since they introduced Wi-Fi, has just gone up so extreme that there's so many Pokemon left behind, and Quillfish was one of them. Like, you never see Quillfish, even in-game, hardly. I mean...
Yeah.
I think just Fisher Ralph has one.
So an evolution could definitely help Quillfish. I would love to see what they could do to make Quillfish a better Pokemon and more fun. Just...
Or how they'd spell it.
Number 7.
Our pick for number 7 is one of my personal favorites on this list, and that is Girafarig. Girafarig always got to me because, first of all, he's just really cool looking. And part normal type. He's psychic and normal, so he can't be hit by ghost moves, which was, if you know anything, the only thing that could bring psychic types down at the time, even though in that game they introduced Dark. But like in Red and Blue...
Yeah, but Dark wasn't any good back then.
Neither was Ghost. But...
Yeah, but they at least invented Shadow Ball by that point.
Right.
So, like, I remember not Coliseum, that was much later. I remember in Stadium, too, I would always be fighting this one particular Girafarig, and I would forget every single time I fought it that it was part normal type. And I'd be like, here comes the Psychic, time to use Shadow Ball. And,
just like that.
Exactly like that, in fact. And it's a unique type combination that is kind of interesting and useful. And I think it kind of got screwed. It's not very good.
It kind of got left in the wayside. Like, yeah. Nobody seems to remember or care about Girafarig, and I always liked him. I always liked that weird chain chomp on his butt. Like, he was one of my favorite psychic Pokemon back in the day. Like, I played through Silver with the Girafarig, and like, you couldn't do that now. Because it's like, now I understand how to play Pokemon, and just Girafarig just doesn't have it. And he definitely needs to evolve above a lot more Pokemon. There are Pokemon that they let evolve that didn't need to evolve. And
Yanma.
And
what's that?
Here Girafarig is without an evolution.
Number 6. I forget what number we're on.
6.
Terrible. For our number 6, thank you, we picked Sableye, who I think has... Like in Ruby and Sapphire, it was a unique type combination. Now we have Spiritomb has the same type combination, but Spiritomb does it so much better, and I feel like that's why they invented Spiritomb, because Sableye kind of got gypped. He's got this amazing defensive combination and can't make use of it at all. And I think that if Sableye evolved, I mean, obviously he's not going to take hits as well as Spiritomb, but he could be a lot better than he is right now. And I think that he deserves that for being the first Pokemon to have such a awesome type combination.
We really just want something that would be able to fight but still take a hit, rather than Spiritomb, who take hits but can't give them back.
Right.
Spiritomb kind of, I don't know, I feel like they should have done a Sableye evolution instead of creating Spiritomb, because like they had this cool gimmick with Sableye and just they didn't run with it because they created a completely new Pokemon. In the age of giving Pokemon from the past new evolutions, they just forgot about Sableye. And I just feel like...
I think it's because Sableye has the brother, Mawile.
Right. Well, I love Spiritomb. Like, I think he's great. But I also really like Sableye because he's crazy looking. Have you ever seen a Sableye? They're crazy.
It's awesome.
Its animations,
I love the sound
its animations in Battle Revolution are the greatest. It's like twitching everywhere. It's so great. I love Sableye. But he's pathetic. Absolutely